just shot a guy in his parachute with a straw. That was such a long distance as well. That was awesome. As you can tell, I was pretty happy with that shot. Just there landing the straw on that unsuspecting parachuter. But how are you guys doing? My name is Big Minute. This is a little commentary here on Battlefield 4, and we are going to be talking today about the new DLC that released yesterday, China Rising, of course, here in Battlefield 4. Just to give you a brief insight as to what is actually included in this DLC, of course, you've got 4 maps. You get a new game mode, that being Air Superiority. This time it's not just jets, but helicopters as well, which is a nice little interesting twist on it. And they bring back the dirt bike, because why not? People like the dirt bike. They brought in sort of a bomber that is pretty similar to the sort of concept they had in Battlefield 1943 back in the day, where you just hopped into a little bunker, you took control of these 3 bomber planes, and they just came in and bombed the shit out of somewhere on the map. Although this time, you actually get control of where you're aiming it and stuff, and you drop these massive missiles down on where you want, and it does quite a lot of damage. It's a pretty cool little addition to the game. And obviously with every DLC well, not every DLC, but every now and again they do throw in new guns and stuff, and there's a few new weapons, and if you want to know what those are, then I'm sure you can look those up. But I just want to give my sort of initial impressions on this DLC, and what really my feelings are. So, you just get crushed by a tank. That didn't look like fun at all for that guy, as he just got his face squished right into the mud there with the front of my tank. But you may have just noticed there, I took damage out of nowhere with my tank. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to actually fire an RPG into this fucker over here, only getting a kill assist in there, but that's fine, okay. By the time we get back in my tank, we don't want to just leave it lying there. And, well, just sort of backing up as you do, trying to get back to cover so you don't get destroyed, and then out of nowhere, I explode with absolutely no explanation given. And what that was, ladies and gentlemen, was the new gadget given to the Recon class in this game called the SUAV. And what it basically is try and think possibly, it's basically a substitute for the MAV, except this time it's a little plane. It's a little sort of drone that you control, and you can ram things with it, which you probably shouldn't be able to do. What it's supposed to be doing is spotting things. Instead, people kamikaze you with it. And I was in a tank just there. I was in a fucking MBT battle tank. That thing is got about 5 inches of armor on it, or something, I don't know. But a little plastic, maybe it's got a bit of metal in it, I don't know, little plane. Is it going to do shit against a tank if you crash it into it? I don't know, you might sort of scratch the paintwork or something, but surely it's not going to blow up a tank. It's just that it does 50 damage per hit on the tank, which makes no sense. And of course, it one hit kills any infantry that it flies within about 10 feet of. The thing just obliterates everything if you just fly into it. And it's stupid because they can just sort of sit on an ammo crate and just keep throwing these things and road killing everyone. And that's what people were doing in this game in particular. The guy that you've seen killing me already, he sat at the back of his base here in rush mode on this map. I can't remember the name of the map off the top of my head, but he just sat at the back of his base for the entire game and just sat and threw these things. He didn't move up once, and he ended up with like a, I don't know, like a 15-20 kill streak, something like that, I don't know, but he nothing you could do about him. He just sat up the back until eventually me and my friend sort of my friend whipped out his mortar, and he took the guy out the first time, to which point the guy relocated. And then he killed him again, and then the guy relocated to the furthest back point on the map, essentially, right at the back of the attacker's base, and we couldn't touch him. He was far too far away for us to do anything. We couldn't get anywhere near him to actually do anything. So, yeah, I hope DICE fix it. I know they've got a lot of things to fix in the game at the moment, but that I want to see fixed ASAP, because it's annoying. Now, I understand that, of course, you know, if you're flying your little plane around and road killing people, it can be quite fun, but it's not really that fun when you just get smushed out of nowhere and you really can't do shit about it. The thing moves so fast that you don't even see it until it hits you, so it's just, I think it's stupid. I don't know, tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. But to get on to what I was going to say at the start, but before that rant, my impressions of the actual maps so far. And, well, what I would say about these maps is it's very reminiscent of Armored Kill, which I think was unanimously sort of seen by the Battlefield community as the weakest map pack for Battlefield 3 last time round, and I would agree with that. So this is very similar. Lots of very open spaces, vehicle warfare, and if that is your thing, then you will really enjoy this. And how this guy didn't die through my C4 that I just threw down right in front of his face as he came charging towards me, I don't know. But yeah, this is very reminiscent of Armored Kill. It's very wide open. One of the maps is a bit more sort of infantry-esque, you know, you're in a little sort of rainforest. There are parts of the map that are close quarters, but the 3 other maps are just totally wide open. And I don't know if I personally like it because it's not really my style. I do like to play some vehicle sort of combat every now and again when I'm playing Battlefield, but I feel that for maps to really work, you need to balance it so the vehicles work and the infantry works, rather than if you're on foot, you die. That's essentially the case when you're playing Conquest mode. On this map in particular here, I think this one's Silk Road, if you're out in the open with no vehicle, you are dead. There's no way you're doing anything because the enemy team have like scout helicopters, attack helicopters, jets, as you can see just here, and tanks everywhere, LAVs, everything. There's not much you can really do if you're out there on foot. So I don't know, I'll give this a bit more of a try and I might report back to you guys next week or so. I'm telling you what my sort of more advanced thoughts on this map pack are. But in the meantime, I'll need to sort of press through this because, I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that the game has been lagging so badly for me the last couple of days. I got a little bit of playtime in last night where the game was actually functioning quite smoothly and that was okay. But the first day that this was out, it was just lagging uncontrollably for me. And some people were saying, oh no, it's your internet connection. I have very, very good internet, so I don't think it is. I've not had any problems with anything else except for when I was trying to play Battlefield that one time and it was lagging like fuck on. It wasn't even just one server, it was a couple of servers and a few people were having similar issues to me, so that is unfortunate. But I mean, like, all you've seen in the footage in this video just here, we're playing quite a bit of Rush, and it just seems that the Rush maps, from what I've played so far, are very sort of catered towards the defending team. They seem to have the advantage. Maybe it was just the fact I was in a better team than the other teams, I don't know, but it just felt to me as if it's one of those sort of maps where for the attacking team it's border impossible. So that yeah, I had a bit of a streak on the go just there, but of course it was ended by the SUAV as it just came out of nowhere and ran me over. So of course I just respawned, you know, I've had my old recon kit out, leveling up, and of course I get smacked out of nowhere again. You can't see the thing coming before it hits you most of the time. Even if you can see it, it's avoiding it is sometimes near impossible. It depends obviously who's flying it. I mean, come on, 3 times in a row, out of nowhere, this guy just flattened me with his little plane. So of course I switch here to the Stinger, and when you are looking for that tiny plane, big plane comes out of nowhere, wipes you out. So that's unfortunate. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button down below. But I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.